By yeah, he has a minefield. Now we are standing in this land where you wait.
Good, good.
Welcome back, my beautiful Royal Sussex Squad family. Oh, it is always such a joy and an honour to sit down with all of you, my people, my truth-tellers, my warriors for love and justice, and dive into what the mainstream media will never admit, that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are out here, not just surviving but thriving, building a better world, while those stuck in their castles and ivory towers remain fixated on bitterness, pettiness and shallow traditions. And today's episode, let me tell you, this one hits deep. This one reaches into the very heart of Prince Harry's purpose, his legacy, his love for his mother, and above all, his love for his children. This is what royalty really looks like. So let's take our time. Let's settle into this powerful moment and talk about what Prince Harry just did in Angola on his own, with no fanfare, no red carpet, no gold-plated throne behind him. Just a man, a mission, and a legacy. Harry travelled alone. Yes, alone, to Angola to continue his mother's powerful, world-changing work on landmine awareness and safety. And I know, some will call it a PR move, but we're not here for their nonsense. We are here for the truth. And the truth is, this man showed up, stood in the same region where his mother once risked everything to bring attention to the horrors of war, and took that torch even further. Now let me paint this picture for you. You've got Prince Harry, not a press-staged prince in shining armour, but a real human being, stepping into the dirt, sitting down with children in a remote village in Mawano, teaching them how to identify landmines, speaking to them in Portuguese, connecting with them on their level. He wasn't there for a soundbite. He was there for their safety, for their futures, for their lives. And what did he say? He said, "As a father to young children, it breaks my heart to see innocent children still living and playing next to minefields." That's it. That's the whole truth right there. Harry sees those children and sees Archie and Lilibet. He sees what every loving father sees, a need to protect. And don't you dare tell me that's performative, that's purpose. That is what Diana raised him to do. This wasn't some ribbon-cutting event. This was Prince Harry walking back into land once filled with deadly mines land. He walked himself back in 2013, when it was still dangerous, and now, over a decade later, that land has been transformed. It's safe now, because of the work that he, alongside the Halo Trust and the Angolan government, has championed for years. That transformation, that's not a stunt, that's results. That's legacy in motion. That's the kind of transformation his mother dreamed of when she walked through those minefields in 1997. A move that got her criticised, condemned by the establishment, called reckless by the very people who now pretend to love her. They tried to silence Diana the same way they try to silence Harry and Meghan now. But we know better. And Prince Harry knows exactly what he's doing. He's walking her path, not out of obligation, but out of love. And not just love for her, but love for his own children, for future generations, for children all over the world who deserve to play, run and dream without the fear of explosives buried beneath their feet. Can we talk about that for a moment? The sheer weight of that commitment? He said, "All of us have a duty to protect children and future generations from the harms of war, both present and past." That's not a throwaway line. That's a vision. That's Harry telling the world, this is not just about bombs. This is about rebuilding lives, communities, futures. This is about healing from pain most of us will never understand. And while he's doing all this meaningful, transformative work, what are the UK tabloids doing? Publishing clickbait headlines about who's wearing what at which royal event. Writing columns attacking Meghan for daring to breathe in Montecito, fabricating nonsense about peace talks that don't exist. It's disgraceful. They spend more energy spinning fiction than reporting on Harry's real, documented global impact. Because, let's be honest, they can't stand that Harry is succeeding without them, without their institutions, without their toxic approval. He didn't crumble when he left. He didn't fade into obscurity like they hoped. No, he shined brighter. He rolled up his sleeves and kept doing what he always did: serve others, protect the vulnerable, honour his mother, and now raise his children in truth, safety and dignity. And can we take a moment to appreciate Meghan too? Because while Harry was in Angola, Meghan was at home with Archie and Lily, holding down the fort. And let me tell you, that quiet, powerful presence is no less heroic. She is his partner in every way. And even when she isn't physically beside him, her strength is there. Her belief in him is there. That shared vision is there. That's the Sussex way. That's what real partnership looks like. Meanwhile, back in Britain, what are they doing? We've got senior royals taking public swipes at Harry while hiding behind palace walls. We've got the same tired rota system amplifying royal propaganda while ignoring real global change. But that's okay, because we see the truth. Harry is doing more to elevate the British legacy globally than some people sitting on royal thrones ever have. He even met with President João Lourenço of Angola to discuss long-term support for mine clearance, and the Angolan government stepped up again, committing to another 3 years of mine-clearing operations. Why? Because of the trust they have in the Halo Trust and the belief they have in Prince Harry's vision. That's influence, that's diplomacy, that's respect earned, not inherited. He said something else that really moved me. He said, "This is not just about landmines, it's about healing the last wounds of war and giving future generations the peace they deserve." Whew! Let me repeat that. Giving future generations the peace they deserve. That's a call to action, my friends. That's a prince standing for peace, not privilege. And don't even get me started on how the media will conveniently underreport this visit. They'll ignore the global praise, the partnerships he's strengthening, the lives being saved. Why? Because it doesn't fit their villain narrative, because a successful Harry makes them look petty. And that's exactly what they are. Petty. Petty and threatened. Meanwhile, Prince Harry continues to rise. Every step he takes in places like Angola is another reminder that he is not defined by a crown, a title, or a tabloid headline. He is defined by his character. And that Royal Sussex Squad is what will outlive every slanderous article ever written. So let's lift him up, let's celebrate him, support him, and make sure the world hears what the media won't say. Prince Harry is doing the real work, and we see it, we feel it, we are with him. And to those still clinging to outdated notions of what royalty is, wake up. The world is changing, and Harry and Meghan are on the right side of history. They are the blueprint for a new era of service, one rooted in compassion, integrity and global unity. Not ceremony, not pageantry, but purpose. Prince Harry says it's his duty to protect children as he invokes Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. The Duke of Sussex spoke passionately during a solo trip away from his family. Prince Harry has declared he has a duty to protect children from the dangers of landmines, speaking emotionally about his role as a father after his visit to Angola. The Duke of Sussex's visit continued the legacy of his mother, Princess Diana, who famously walked through Angolan minefields in 1997. As a father to young children, it breaks my heart to see innocent children still living and playing next to minefields, Harry said, after participating in a landmine safety education session in the remote village of Mawano. The prince, who has 2 young children with wife Meghan Markle, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, added, "All of us have a duty to protect children and future generations from the harms of war, both present and past." During the safety session, Prince Harry repeated instructions in Portuguese, teaching local children how to recognise and avoid landmines. The land nearby was once an active minefield that the Duke himself walked in 2013, but has since been transformed through years of dedicated clearance by Angolan men and women trained by the Halo Trust. The visit marked nearly 3 decades since his mother, Princess Diana, brought global attention to the dangers of landmines in Angola. Harry's trip also coincided with the Angolan government's announcement of a new 3-year commitment to support landmine clearance, reinforcing its position as Halo's largest single donor in Angola. During a meeting in Luanda with President João Lourenço, Prince Harry praised Angola's leadership on demining efforts. This commitment is about more than removing deadly devices. It's about unlocking potential in a country that has so much, enabling children to walk to school safely, allowing farmers to grow crops, attracting sustainable development and bringing back wildlife tourism, he said. This renewed partnership builds on earlier support announced during the Duke's 2019 visit with Halo. Since then, over 20,000 landmines have been cleared in the Cuando-Cubango region alone with the support of the Angolan government. Despite extraordinary progress, over 1,000 minefields remain across Angola, reminders of a civil war that ended over 2 decades ago. Prince Harry highlighted the strategic importance of ongoing clearance efforts, particularly around the Lobito Corridor railway route linking Angola's Atlantic coast with the DRC and Zambia, and the Okavango Delta, whose headwaters originate in Angola. This work isn't just about removing explosives, it's about enabling opportunity, development and long-term peace, he said. At a war memorial in Quito, Cuanavale, the Duke issued a call to action. I urge all donors to stand with Angola in finishing the job. This is not just about landmines, it's about healing the last wounds of war and giving future generations the peace they deserve. James Cowan, the Halo Trust's CEO, delivered a glowing tribute to the success of the visit. It was an honour to have an audience with His Excellency President Lourenço today, alongside Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, to discuss Halo's continued demining efforts in Angola, he began. Cowan thanked the Angolan leader for his extraordinary dedication to and investment in the vision of a mine-free country, adding that President Lourenço expressed his intention to continue to support our work with a further significant contract for the next 3 years. Our partnership is, and we are grateful to President Lourenço for his leadership on this critical issue, the statement concluded. Thank you all so much for listening today, and for always showing up with open hearts and sharp minds. You are the reason this community thrives. And if you believe in this message, in this movement, please share and hit that super thanks button to help us keep lifting the truth. We are not funded by tabloids, we are powered by you, the people who know that kindness, justice and honesty will always shine brighter than hatred and spin. Until next time, stay strong, stay proud and stay Sussex tough. We got your back, Harry and Meghan, always.